And finally, the 12th point in this presentation, piezoelectricity. As I like to say, control the signal, control the physiology, or frequency determines physiology. Another way to think about this is that if you can control the geometry, you can control the physiology as well. Piezoelectricity is the electrical charge that accumulates biological matter, such as bone, DNA, and other various proteins. Piezo ion channels link mechanical forces to biological signals in mechanotransduction. Again, piezo converts mechanical signals into electrical or chemical signals, which incorporates physiological processes in the body, including perception, awareness, touch, balance, and hearing. The piezo genes play a key role in blood vessel formation and vascular structure in both developmental and adult physiology. A malfunction of piezo leads to cellular dehydration, increased red cell trapping in the spleen, swelling of body parts, functional defects of the lymphatic system, and recurrent local infection. So just to give you an idea of how your body works with and through electricity, like these piezoelectric channels, the scientists at the University of Michigan were actually able to measure how much voltage was being emitted inside your body. And they determined that the amount of electricity that was being discharged from you as an individual was 5 times more than a lightning bolt itself. Frequency determines physiology. And also involved with the piezoelectric signaling are motor proteins called myosins, which are involved with microtubules as well. Myosin motor proteins have actin binding properties and possess kinetic energy transduction. The ROCK kinases act as master regulators of myosin 2 and have a major impact on energy transduction through piezoelectric channels. Abnormal activation of these ROCK pathways have been observed in various disorders of the central nervous system. Injury to the adult vertebrae, brain, and spinal cord activates ROCK, thereby inhibiting neurite growth and sprouting. Inhibition of ROCK results in accelerated regeneration and enhanced functional recovery after spinal cord injury in mammals. And in addition, inhibition of ROCK pathway has also been proved to be beneficial in animal models such as stroke, inflammatory and demyelinating diseases, Alzheimer's disease, and neuropathic pain. ROCK inhibitors therefore have the potential for preventing neurodegeneration and stimulating neuroregeneration or neuronal plasticity in various neurological disorders. Reverse effects supports piezoelectricity with natural compounds in order to ensure that whatever signal is coming in is the proper signal and that signal is transmitted effectively in order to impact total system function in a positive manner. We've chosen vinpocetin, dietary fats such as MTC oil, and phosphatidylcholine. Finally, as Nikola Tesla once said, if you want to understand the keys of the universe, you must think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. We understand that frequency determines physiology. And if we can control the geometry, we can control the biology. Understanding how all these complex mechanisms work synergistically together gives us a unique advantage in the industry, with something that's never been done before. We are blazing the trail, if you will, and revolutionizing self-care. Understanding these mechanisms, such as the triskelion through clathrin, which forms the buckyball C60 molecule. Understanding how HIV, and influenza both form the same exact geometry like the triskelion, and how they gain access into the cell, hijacking this geometry. This gives us a distinguishable and noticeable advantage over anything that's ever been produced in the history of supplementation. Again, frequency determines physiology. And if we can control the geometry, we can control the signal. Reverse effects target such things as piezoelectricity and clathrin-mediated endocytosis. We even target genes like CXCR4, which is intimately involved with the HIV-1 virome, and CCR5, for example. This illustration is to show you that many of the genes and proteins found within our body share the same exact geometry. And by controlling this geometry, we believe that we can control the signal as well.
We hope you enjoyed the duration of this presentation so far, and thanks for following along with us. Unfortunately, we have condensed it down to as short as humanly possible in order to relay basically all the different avenues and layers of thought that went into this. And the thing is, this is only just the beginning right now too. Reverse effects is just stage one. We have coming up, and we have butterfly effects. And butterfly effects is, stay tuned for it. And so that means a number of different things, because as we ended with piezoelectricity, that is essentially your tuning of what electrical frequency are you vibrating. And along with that piezoelectricity, there is something called transfection, in which a signal gets converted to a chemical or a neurological message. Well, this can also happen with radio waves and EMFs, that if you're not controlling your frequency through a process known as transfection, that the body can be infected via electromagnetic signals, EMFs, and these signals can actually be a digital virus of a kind that if you are not holding your frequency, if you're not staying tuned appropriately, then these things are going to affect you far greater. And the reverse effects is just stage one, because when butterfly effects comes along, your voltages go through the roof on it. You become a literal Iron Man in every single one of your cells, because we have millions of volts inside each one of our cells. Most of us walking around, however, have a voltage that's exceptionally low, just due to lifestyles, by design, by our mental attitudes. And so the thing is, with butterfly effects, your whole life transforms. Everything transforms, because your voltage goes up that much higher, that your reality responds appropriately to that voltage that much faster and that much harder. So the thing is, my friend Joey and I, as we're going through this, we have many, many different supplements in mind, but the thing is, they have to you kind of want to go in an order with them, because the reverse effects, for lack of a better way to put it, is an entire reset button for your entire consciousness, of saying, we need to basically return to that divine template, and we need to clear out all of these other programs and things going on in our mind and our body and our immune system, and get it functioning appropriately. Because if you can't get yourself grounded, if you can't function appropriately, return to this neutral state, when butterfly effects comes along, you'll end up short-circuiting, because your voltages are so high. So we want to do these things in order. We have a number of them, and in the next slide we're going to release, we're going to give you an idea into the next supplement that's even coming with after the butterfly effects. So as we are presenting these things to you, we're asking your understanding that each one is, there's a process to go through these, and each one takes a period of time. Reverse effects, as you're on it for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, you're going to get an entire reset of the entire body. And once you've been able to deal with that, and once you've cleaned up your consciousness, your body, your mind, your spirit, and got rid of all these other different malfunctions or infections that are in there, and once we clear those up, then you're ready for the butterfly effects. And then after you're on the butterfly effects and you learn to hold those voltages, we have the things that come after that. So stay tuned. We got so much coming, and we just wanted to basically communicate how much thought has actually been put into this, and this is only the first step of where we're going. So stay tuned.